Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. It's very good to have you here. In this video we are going to have a look at all you need to know about your car rims. This is a comprehensive guide to everything that you need to know about your car's rim, often commonly referred to as wheels. This is a very common misconception. The rim is actually just the outer edge of the wheels that holds the tire. The entire structure you bolt onto the car is called the wheel. In every conversation, rim and wheels are used interchangeably to describe the entire metal part, but for this guide we'll use the common term rim, but we are talking about the whole wheel in general. There are some key specifications. When you are trying to buy rim, you must get these 5 numbers correctly. They are usually stamped on the back of the rim. Well, the first thing that you need to know is the diameter. This is the rim size in inches. For example, it could be 17 inch, 18 inch. This is the one that is going to determine the overall tire size. A larger diameter allows for larger brake rotors and calipers. So the first thing you need to know when buying wheel is the diameter of the rim. Second specification is the width. This is the distance between the inner and outer rim lips in inch. For example, it could be 7.5 inch or 8 inch depending on the tire of your size. This determines the ideal tire width. A wider rim allows for a wider tire, improving grip. The third specification is the bolt pattern. This is the number of bolts and the diameter of the circle they form. It could be, for example, 5 by 114.3 means there are 5 bolts on 114 millimeter circle. This is very critical for fitment. The wrong pattern simply won't bolt onto your vehicle. So you have to make sure that you know the bolt pattern specification correctly. The fourth specification that you need to know is the offset. The offset is the distance from the rim outer surface to its center line in millimeters. It can be a positive value, or it can be 0, or it can be negative sometime. This determines how far the rim will sit inward or outward in the wheel well. It is very crucial for clearance purposes. And finally, number 5, the center bore. This is the hole in the center of the rim that centers it precisely on the hub. And if the bore is too small, it won't fit. And if it is too large, you will need hub-centric ring to prevent vibration. So these are the 5 specifications that you need to know when going to purchase new rim for your vehicle. You have to know the diameter, the width, the bolt pattern, offset, and the center bore. And when it comes to offset, there is a high positive offset, there is a low or 0 offset, and there is a negative offset. High positive offset, for example, is when it is numbered like plus 45, plus 50. This is when the mounting surface is towards the street side of the rim. The rim sits deeper inside the wheel well, common on front wheel drive and family cars. And there is a 0 offset rim or low offset rim. This is when the rim offset is 0 or plus 25. This is when the mounting surface is near the center. The rim sits more flush with the fender. So the tire is not going out or not going in. It flashes with the fender of the vehicle. And there is a negative offset. For example, it could be like minus 25. This is when the mounting surface is towards the brake side of the rim. So the rim pushes outward, creating a poke look, common on trucks and off-road vehicles as well. Well, there are different types of rims available on market, and they have their own pros and cons. Let's have a look at 4 of them. The first one is steel. Most of the rims that are constructed from steel, they are inexpensive, they are very durable, and can be bent back if they are damaged somehow. This is a pro. When it comes to the disadvantage of this type of steel rim, they are very heavy, they have poor heat dissipation, and they are often unattractive. Usually they are hidden by hubcaps, so that makes them a little bit unattractive. Commonly they are used on base model cars, winter wheels, and off-road vehicles. The other types of rims are called the aluminum rim or aluminum alloy rim. This is lighter than steel. It improves handling and acceleration, better heat dissipation for brakes, and wide variety of styles are also available. These are more expensive than steel and they can crack rather than bend on impact. These are used on majority of modern cars, and original equipment manufacturers and aftermarkets are also supplying these aluminum alloy rims. Forged alloy is the other type of rim material. This is the strongest and lightest type of rim. It is made from a single block of aluminum under extreme pressure. And when it comes to the disadvantage, the only disadvantage we have is it is very expensive. And it's used on high performance sports cars, racing cars, and high end aftermarket. And finally, we have the carbon fiber rim material, which is extremely light and strong. And the negative that we have in regard to the carbon fiber is that it's prohibitively expensive and it can be damaged by impacts that metal would survive, and usually used on exotic cars and top tier racing cars. So these are the different materials that are used to construct rims. Now let's go ahead and have a look at some of the maintenance and care that you can provide for your rim. Your rims take a beating from brake dust, road salt, and curbs. Proper care keeps them looking good and lasting longer. So the first thing you have to do is regular cleaning. Why do you need rim cleaning? This is because brake dust is corrosive, and if left on, it can etch into the finish, especially on clear coated alloy rims. And how can you clean it? Use a dedicated pH neutral wheel cleaner. Avoid harsh acidic or alkaline cleaners unless you have uncoated bare metal rim. Use a soft wheel wool brush to clean behind the spokes. So that is all you have to do. Just regular cleaning will avoid majority of the problem. And also you can apply protection. Apply a wheel sealant or ceramic coating every few months. This creates a barrier between the brake dust, makes it easier to clean off later. And if it is damaged, there are different causes of damage and there are different things that can happen to the rim. For example, curb rash is one damage. The classic scrap against the curb, it can often be repaired by a professional wheel shop for a fraction of the cost of a new rim. And sometimes the rim might bend and crack. A bent rim can cause vibration. A cracked rim is a safety hazard and must be replaced. Forged rim can sometimes be straightened. Cracked rims can sometimes be welded, but this is often not recommended for safety reasons. Seasonal considerations are there. When climate changes, when the air condition changes, you have to adjust to that. Road salt is very extremely corrosive, and many owners choose to run cheaper durable steel rims for dedicated set of ugly alloy rims with winter tires to protect their nice summer rim. So seasonal considerations can also be beneficial. When upgrading your rim, there are some key considerations. For example, you might prefer plus sizing. This is the practice of increasing the rim diameter while decreasing the tire's sidewall height to maintain the same overall tire diameter. This improves handling response and looks, but can lead to a harsher ride and wheel that are more susceptible to damage from potholes. And fitment is everything. Just because a rim bolts on doesn't mean it fits correctly. You must check for clearance on the inside and clearance on the outside. When you check clearance on the inside, check if it rubs against the strut, the suspension arm, or the brake caliper. If it is rubbing against those parts, then it is not good. Also check clearance on the outside. Does it stick out past the fender or rub against it when turning or when going over bumps? This is also need to be considered. Also, don't forget about the weight. Lighter rims are one of the best upgrades for performance, reducing unsprung weight, and improves handling, acceleration, and braking. And tire pressure monitoring systems are also there. If your car has a tire pressure monitoring system, you will need to transfer the sensor from the old rim or buy new ones and have them programmed for your vehicle. There are common misconceptions related to rims. For example, there are misconceptions that say bigger rims are always better. The truth is, while they can improve handling and look great, they often result in harsher ride, increased road noise, higher cost of tire, and greater risk of damage. And there is also another misconception that says all aftermarket rims are cheap and unsafe. That is not true. Reputable brands produce rims that meet or exceed original equipment manufacturer standards. So, make sure that the supplier has the credentials and certification. The danger lies in cheap, no-name counterfeit rims. And the other misconception is that people say you can fix any bent rim. That is not true. While many bent rims can be repaired, a repair that compromises the structural integrity, like a crack near the hub, is not safe. Always have repairs done by certified professional because it is very crucial and it's safety hazard as well. So, your car's rims are very critical intersection of safety, performance and style. Understanding the basic specification is the key to making an informed decision, whether you are replacing a damaged rim or upgrading for a new look and feel. Before you buy, always do your research on fitment, buy from a reputable brand, and have them installed by professional. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding some of the things that you need to know regarding your tire's rim. Your rim is very critical component. Don't underestimate the importance of taking care of rims and wheels. In this video, we have looked at some of the basic things that you need to know and some of the specifications to be considered while planning to purchase or replace rims. That is all we have for you in this video. If you have enjoyed this video and if you like what has been presented, don't forget to smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing, turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.